Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. There's a very popular analyst out there in the world of crypto who says something that I believe to be firmly true, which is that most coins are going to zero and many people are going to lose all of their money in terms of what they've invested in the world of crypto, which when you read it on the surface sounds super duper scary. So why is it that Moon Lambo is not scared? Well, there's a lot of reasons. For me, it's certainly not about trading, which can be a whole different animal anyway. But I believe that utility matters and will win the day. So I've got all sorts of information on this topic, having to do with price, all sorts of stuff. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would please ever so delicately tap the like button. I would definitely appreciate the support. But don't smash the like button, because only dorks smash the like button. You ain't got nothing to prove. Just a delicate little frilly old tap will do. And also, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, because you ain't got nothing better to do with your time, so take my free content, damn it. Oh, and also to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you absolutely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I just think it's fun to talk about these topics and make YouTube videos as an enthusiast. That's it. Here's a few tweets from Galgatron, very popular member within the XRP community, and I like what he wrote. And it's on this topic, so I want to share it with you. He wrote, "The best investment I ever made was to stop day trading. I'm a fundamentals investor. I understand a project fully before I put a dime in, and I wait for destiny to fulfill itself. Day trading is like gambling. The house is stacked against you because over time, fees whittle away at your gains and magnify your losses. To be clear, day trading is trading against short-term market movements in the complete absence of fundamentals. I'm not talking about market making, hedging, or longer cycle strategies, etc." And it's interesting, and I tell you, man, Galgatron, this is the only crypto project that he talks about outside of, like, I mean, obviously he'll talk about Bitcoin, but if you ask him about any other coin that's not XRP, the answer is no, don't talk to me, basically, which is perfectly fine. You know, and that, because look, I'm geared that way too. Like, I mean, I'll talk about other this and that, but if you ask me outright out of the blue about another coin, well, look, my YouTube channel is XRP centric. That's what it is. That's what people have come to expect. It's what I'm legitimately most interested in. So you do kind of have to, like, be true to what you find the most genuinely interesting and what you actually are informed on. And I've been in the space for 3 years now, and just tracking all this on a daily basis, and I see people just getting wrecked throughout the entirety of the 3 years I've been in the space. Just people getting endlessly wrecked by making poor decisions, trying to time markets, this and that. I personally will never participate in such a thing. And so for me, I'm the same as Galgatron in that sense. It's more so about understanding fundamentally what makes sense, why it's reasonable to suspect that a cryptocurrency might have long-term viability based on utility. He's doing the same thing as me. And so all the other people that are participating in the emotional buying and selling, well, good luck, guys. You're going to frickin' need it. That's for damn sure. Here's a tweet from Jesse Pinkman, who wrote, "I see why Alex Cobb only invests in one crypto. Trying to chase or find the next crypto that's going to moon is stressful AF. Screw all this diversity crap. Starting to hate crypto more than the stock market." And then he tagged me there as well. Well, Jesse Pinkman, I feel your pain, which is why I choose to not participate. And I am still researching. I haven't talked about this in a while, but I'm actually, I have been over the last, 3 or 4 weeks, whatever it's been. I've been researching VeChain, because utility does matter, and I'm not done. So I haven't shared an opinion. I've just been researching, asking a few questions here and there on the Twitters, and that's about it. But it takes a ton of time. You know, it's like I'm running 2 businesses, and I'm running this YouTube channel, which takes hours per day. Like, I only have so much time, and so I get it. Like, researching all of this when there's over 7,000 coins, there could be legitimately awesome projects out there. Who knows? Maybe there's a project out there I haven't discovered that would excite me even more than XRP. I mean, probably not, but maybe, maybe. And maybe I'm not going to find out about it anytime soon, because there's just too much noise out there. There's too much that you can listen to, and there's only so much time in a day. And so I feel the pain. But that's why, given that I found this one, XRP specifically, and I see these real world utility, I see it's getting used today. I see the opportunity for store of value, and I believe that people are going to care about that moving forward. There's just a few of the reasons that I am thankful that I came across this and put the time into researching it and firmly understanding it to the extent that's possible, given that, I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer, I'm not building on top of the ledger, I'm not part of a team that is building on top of the ledger like Ripple or Coil or just name whoever. I know what is publicly available, and I just try and make myself aware of all information. And so, yeah, I get it. But that's why also, even though what you're saying is true, in my opinion, it's less stressful if you just buy and hold. Now, here's the tweet from Don Alt, the analyst in question. He was talking about most coins probably going to zero. Here's exactly what he wrote. And he's got quite the following, by the way. He's got 159,600 followers. So usually when you see followings like that, it's frequently the case that they're well-deserved. And this dude is an analyst. I've highlighted him on my channel from time to time. Not particularly regularly. There's no reason to or not. I just happen to not have. But here's what he wrote. Finally, altcoin capitulation. This S word can go on for much longer than you think. Prices can go down much further than you think. Most coins will go to zero. Many people will lose it all. Some will make S-word loads of money. This is what patient alt traders have been waiting for. And then he writes in a separate tweet, some people don't get the above tweet. Capitulation equals last step before either. He cites either bottoming or going to zero. So he's talking about capitulation in terms of market cycles, right? And then he writes, that said, if you buy early capitulation and capitulation takes the coin down 70%, you're still effed when it bounces huge, so entries have to be timed well. Good luck. And that's why, if you're a trader, yeah, that's true, and that's why I don't want to do that. I have absolutely no freaking interest in doing that. Instead, what I've been doing is dollar cost averaging in 4 years. 4 years. And that way I don't have to beat myself up for not being able to buy the bottom and not selling the top. Like those things, and I've never sold XRP, but those are things that I don't have to worry about. I'm not going to beat myself up because I know I can't do that, and I know that's okay. And so every time I've purchased XRP over the last few years, when I purchased it, I recognized, and I just said it to myself, and I knew it to be true, and it has been true, is that I'm purchasing this, and at some point during the time I'm holding this, it's going to be worth less than what I just paid and more than what I just paid, but I don't know when that's going to happen, and so I'm spreading out my risk by regularly purchasing over time. That's it. That's it. And people want to overcomplicate this, but I don't care what XRP goes down, even if it had some other massive crash like we saw in March. And I'm not predicting that. I'd be kind of surprised. It could happen, but even if we saw XRP get down to 10 or 11 cents like it did in March, so what? You think I'm going to emotionally respond to that? It's like everything that I've learned says that's like the worst thing you could possibly freaking do when something like that happens. And so, yes, I do believe that most coins are going to go to zero because they don't solve a real world problem. And so what's that going to look like? Well, maybe many of the blockchains don't ever completely go away because people have invested in them. Maybe they'll just keep them running as hobbies. Probably some will go offline, right? Maybe a lot of them, maybe most of them. But really, you know what the death of these cryptocurrencies is really going to look like? You know what's really going to signal the end of all this? Is mass delistings of specific cryptocurrencies on cryptocurrency exchanges. Just coins being like, nope, no longer doing it. And when might that happen? Well, so long as there's demand for the trading, cryptocurrencies, in all likelihood, will have no incentive to remove coins. Unless there's some sort of additional fundamental reason like a legal concern, this or that. But if there's all sorts of volume and demand because in terms of people buying and selling, well, if you're a cryptocurrency exchange, you don't care if the coin does anything or if it's likely to have long-term viability. You're making money in the here and now. And so, until people begin to shift the way that they're making their decision-making process unfolds, until it's like, that was a messy sentence. Let me try again. Until people, how do I word this? Until people weight the importance of various metrics when buying and selling differently than they are today, like you're not going to see a shift. I think that people need to take more so a look at the fundamentals, what's actually getting adopted, this and that, And until people do that, weight the differences, parse out the differences between coins in what I personally would deem at least a more reasonable manner, you're not going to see that. And so that's why I keep saying we're in a truly nascent asset class, which is a great time to be around, though. Like, it really is. Like, this is not me bitching about this. Like, I'm happy. I'm just acknowledging it and speaking through this, the types of things that I've been thinking about, because I am thrilled that I'm here now while I can try my best to find cryptocurrency winners that I suspect will have long-term viability, because right now, while there's almost no money in XRP compared to where I suspect it will be in the future, this is the best time to buy. For me. And fine, yeah, I wish I would have been there when it was half a cent a few years ago. Okay, fine, but you get the cut of my jib, I think, here. I think that what it's worth now is nothing compared to what XRP will be worth in the future. As long as the plan, in terms of actual XRP adoption, continues to unfold the way that it is, yeah, because I think fundamentals will continue to increasingly matter. So it's just like a game of like sit and wait. And so all these other coins will go to zero. Many other people will sell at exactly the long times. And so even many of the people that don't lose everything, think about all the people that buy at the tops of market cycles and then sell at the bottom. Like, what about the people that purchased XRP at near its all-time high of $3.84? You know, some people did, and I'm sure some people listening here bought fairly high. Some, you know, not all, but I'm willing to bet. And that's okay. You know, you found out about something you didn't know where the top was going to be. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense to beat yourself up for that. And so some people then wrote it way, way, way down, and maybe some of them bought that high and sold it at 20 cents. Well, I'm going to try and do the opposite of that. You know, I'd rather do the buy low, sell high thing personally. Because think about the decision-making process behind something like that. If you're one of the people that did that, oh, humans have priced it here, I bought in here. Oh, now they're pricing it much lower. I'm going to act just like they. Or like, what? Where's the logic in that? I acknowledge humans do that, but holy hell, I would never want to participate in such a way. I would never do that. Holy hell, absolutely freaking not. No. And also, a no. I will not be doing that. Instead, I'm going to recognize that they're doing that, and I'm just going to sit here and hold and watch this all unfold. I got a front row seat for this thing. Like, this is a blast. And it's not that I want people to lose money. I just know that people are going to make stupid emotional decisions, and it's going to happen. And I'm just going to do my best to acknowledge that and position myself accordingly. That's it. That's all I'm doing. So anyway, yeah, I do think that he's pretty well hitting the nail on the head here. But I don't know how long it's going to take to unfold. I think that this ride is going to be much longer than what many people are estimating here. Which isn't to say that there wouldn't necessarily be parabolic rallies in terms of Bitcoin or XRP sooner than later. I'm not saying that. There very well could be. Perhaps it's even likely. I'm just saying in terms of real adoption and people, you know, the asset class maturing in such a way that institutions and retail investors are factoring in what really matters in a more meaningful way. Who knows, man? Maybe it takes another 5 years, 10 years. I don't pretend to know. But I'm going to be here, and I am never going to sell all of my XRP, period. I will sell some along the way when it's worth a good bit more, and I'm happy to share with you when I do that. I don't know, maybe it'll be around $5. Maybe it'll be somewhere around there. Maybe sell a little bit. And it doesn't mean I won't still be long-term bullish. It doesn't mean that. And I won't know if I'm still long-term bullish at that point until we get there, but I suspect I will, because in order for me not to be, something must have gone horribly wrong from a fundamental perspective, because that's what it would take for me to no longer feel that way. So that's why today I am Mr. XRP Bull. But that is it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!